Hello everyone, welcome to the Gene Dexter Show, the YouTube edition. I've been sitting here drinking at Mama Molina's.
I've been drinking a lot more than you.
In Ravenna. Well, okay, but I'll catch up. But hanging out today with Seattle superstar Neema, formerly of Unexpected Arrival, talking about the new record dropping in August, his release party in July. We're talking about radio, we're talking about people, all kinds of things. Let me just come right out the top because the extended version doesn't have this. Radio support and how you get it. What can you recommend to the new artists coming in the game? You know, we're clearly in a renaissance period here in Seattle. What advice? What mentoring can you give new artists right now in terms of P1 radio, in terms of, how to get that radio support?
First and foremost, you have to build a relationship with the radio reps that is beyond just, hey, play my record. You have to really build a real solid foundation. That's my first
Okay.
Excuse me.
It's all right. Hey,
secondly,
live. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
So
secondly, you got to be willing to spend money on radio advertising. If you're spending money on radio advertising, it works itself out.
Yes.
It works itself out.
Yes.
Take note, young buck.
There you go. Well, very good. Well, you would know because, with all of the support from the first three records that you did and all of those sales, which, Street Platinum.
A lot of sales.
Street Platinum, this guy, with a little help of radio, street promotion, and your shows, because you've done a lot of big shows over the years. I remember at the height of it, like what was that, 2002, 2003?
Oh, the height of it's 2010. It's just beginning.
Oh, well, that's very true.
We had a big year in 2002. We had a big year in 2004, and 2005 was huge, 2006 was huge, 2007 was big, and I'm back in 2010.
There you go. But with the shows and so forth, how does Neema now put it together? What's the marketing plan now?
Well, you gotta evolve. Music is all about evolution, just as living life as a human being is all about evolution. So what you want to do is you want to evolve. You want to expand. Me personally, how did I do it?
Yes.
I started delving into different styles of music. I started playing with a live band. Things of that nature.
Right. Very good. There's something that I just thought of. I'd like to get your opinion on.
There's no liquor in this.
Oh, not yet. Well, we'll work on that.
That's messed up.
We're going to work on that.
All right.
I wanted to ask you, this is not something that I touched on during the first interview, but what this whole thing about, like, features and collaborations with major artists.
Work with who you want to work with.
Right.
Don't do something because you think it's going to help you sell records. You sell records.
There you go.
Work with who you want to work with.
Okay. And you made some interesting choices in your career. Why? For example,
Joe Budden was my idol.
Yeah. Why Joe Budden?
He was my idol.
He was your idol.
He was someone that I looked up to, very similar to myself.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed his music. But they say you never want to meet your idols. So
why is that?
That's just what they say, Gene. That's just what they say.
No reason behind it, that's just what they do.
I had a couple of my fans tell me that when they met me, they didn't like me anymore. I say, you're a jerk. I'm like, whoa.
Really?
But when they told me that, and I opened my eyes a little bit, so I try not to be such a jerk. The entertainment business is a difficult business because you have to act a certain way at all times. And if it was up to me, we'd all be happy-go-lucky people, like joking around, but pressure burst pipes.
Yes. Are there any highlights from your, because you have a pretty storied career up here in Seattle. Do you have any particular highlights from, the past with some of these majors you've worked with and these hitters and so forth? Any stories?
One of my favorite memories was selling out the Showbox nightclub back in 2004 as the headliner.
I remember that.
Being the first local artist to headline at the Showbox nightclub, that was a big day for me. And big day because I was 24 years old when I did it.
Right.
So, you know, that was one. Going #1 on Cube 3 straight years, that was major for me. You know, selling 10,000 records on one album, that was major.
That's street platinum.
Street platinum.
That's a pretty big deal.
Napster's shown me a lot of love. You know, Napster was cutting checks back in the day. Just things that, you know, fruits of the labor. But by no means, I look at what some of the local artists are doing now, and I'm blown away. And really, where I'm at right now, mentally, I have to play catch up. I'm not looking back on any of that. I appreciate that you're looking back on it as far as a broadcast, but as far as like how hard I work, I can't look back on that because it's about evolving and moving forward.
It
and
is.
all that stuff is in the past.
Yes, that's very
so,
true.
I've been working really hard, but the thing is, I've been learning. You tend to do things differently once you have a original perception of how it will play out.
I think I got a prediction, and I think it's may even surprise even you. But next month, July 9th, the Neema
Essence record release party at Numos.
Essence release party. I think that's going to be a future past story that's going to involve a sold out crowd.
You know, Gene, I will take you up on that, and I think we're going to be sold out.
I think so too.
July 9th, Numos. Hello, Future.
Hello, Future. Who are you liking right now out of the scene?
I like Hello Future. I like 84 Fly. I think 84 Fly is the hottest rapper in the game right now. I think Grinch is the hottest rapper in the game right now. I think Mad Rad's the hottest group in the game right now. I think Blue Scholars are legendary. I'm happy to be mentioned in the same breath as these artists. But at the same time, I have my lane, and can't anybody do what I do, and I can't do what other people do. And I think when you put everything together, that's the beauty of what Seattle is. That's the beauty of what the Northwest is. And if you miss my record release party July 9th, don't worry, because I'll be at Nectar August 27th with Devin the Dude.
There you go.
Doing it real big.
Huge.
The Room 420, Suite 420 tour. It's going down. I'm untouchable. I'm unfeasible. I will eat your children.
Well, there you have it. A little bit of prediction on this record, too, it sounds like to me. And here
I want to thank SMC Recordings for giving us distribution for this album. I want to thank Undercast Studios for always believing in me. I want to thank Preswell Jackson. I want to thank DJ Infrared. I want to thank all my friends that's been good to me.
Yes.
I want to thank myself, dog. Can I tell you one thing? Here's my advice for you up-and-coming rappers. Check this out. When you start to blow up a little bit, they're going to hate on you, dog. And when they start hating on you, that's when you grind harder. And then you grind harder. And then you grind harder. Because you know what? Everything is circular. The love is circular. That means it's going to come back around. So stay doing you. Don't ever change for anybody. That's what I did. And now I'm drinking wine with my man, Gene Dexter. My man, Gene Dexter. Shout outs to Wisdom.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Neema, for coming today and spending, your afternoon.
Thank you for having me, and I apologize for being late.
No, anytime. And one more time, just want to...
We're at Mama Molina's on 25th at Blakely.
That's right. Well, that's the show today. Check us out on Gene Dexter Show.
Sorry.
No, that's okay, man. GeneDexterShow.com.
Peace, man. Peace, man.
This was the Gene Dexter Show, and man, all the best to you, really. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Man.
See you next week. Thank you.
Peace in the world.